Virginia's brand new assault weapons ban was supposed to take effect in just a few days, but a judge just slammed on the brakes. Is this a temporary delay or the beginning of the end for one of the country's most restrictive gun laws? Stay with me because this ruling could have major implications for gun owners, not just in Virginia, but also across America. Welcome back to the channel. If you follow Second Amendment news, you're going to want to hear this one. A Virginia judge has temporarily blocked the state's new assault weapons ban, magazine restrictions, and part of a new carry law before the law could even take effect. And in this video, we're going to break down what the judge actually ruled, why the lawsuit succeeded for now, and what happens next, because this fight, it is far from over. So let's get into it. The legislation known as SB 749 was scheduled to take effect on July the 1st. Among other things, it would prohibit many commonly owned semi-automatic rifles that the state classifies as assault weapons. Now, the law would also ban magazines capable of holding more than 15 rounds. Another bill, SB 727, added new restrictions involving where firearms could be carried. Now, supporters argued these laws were necessary for public safety, and opponents argued they violated constitutional protections and targeted firearms that millions of Americans legally own. Now, before these laws could go into effect, several Second Amendment organizations and individual plaintiffs headed to court. In this case, Crump versus Katz, Judge John Martin granted a temporary injunction. Now, what that means is Virginia State Police cannot enforce these new laws while the lawsuit moves forward. And the injunction currently remains in place through the end of the year unless a higher court changes that. Now, the plaintiffs argue that preventing enforcement was necessary because constitutional rights cannot simply be restored after they have been taken away. The judge agreed that there was enough legal justification to temporarily stop enforcement while the courts considered the full case. Now, gun owners of America celebrated the decision, saying the injunction protects Virginians while the legal battle continues. Now, if you think that this case is over, think again. Virginia Attorney General James Jones immediately announced the state will appeal the injunction. And according to the Attorney General, the Commonwealth intends to aggressively defend the assault weapons ban and the magazine restrictions. But meanwhile, this isn't the only lawsuit challenging the law. Another state case backed by gun retailers, the Virginia Shooting Sports Foundation, and the NRA is also moving through the courts. On top of that, the NRA, the Second Amendment Foundation, and Firearms Policy Coalition have filed a separate federal lawsuit challenging the same legislation. So, in other words, Virginia now has multiple legal battles happening simultaneously over these firearm restrictions. Now, the outcome could eventually shape how similar laws are challenged across the country. So for now, nothing has been permanently struck down. This is only a temporary injunction, but it's a significant victory for those challenging the law because it prevents enforcement while the courts decide whether these restrictions are constitutional. And the next few months could determine whether Virginia's assault weapons ban survives or becomes another major Second Amendment case with national implications. Now, I want to know, what do you think? Did the judge make the right decision here by blocking enforcement while the case moves forward, or should the law have been allowed to just take effect? I want to know what you think down in the comment section below. If you don't mind, do me a favor, share this video with your friends, and if you want straightforward updates on the biggest Second Amendment cases happening around the country, make sure that you subscribe and turn on notifications, like this video. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.